Now, small to medium-scale business enterprises have called on the government to ease bottlenecks that hinder the growth of businesses in the country. This was made known by some beneficiaries of the Export Expansion Facility Program organized by the Nigerian Export Promotion Council to aid entrepreneurs affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. While speaking to KAFTAN television in Abuja on Friday, the business owners spoke about plans to further scale their businesses by utilizing the federal government interventions. Here's more on this report as presented from our studios.
The COVID-19 pandemic was unexpected and naturally threw plans worldwide out of progression. While the world over suffered its effects, some regions, especially African countries, were hit more economically than others. The federal government of Nigeria sought to help businesses recover through the Nigerian Export Promotion Council as it launched its one-year intervention export expansion facility program in early 2021. The program, which was geared towards disbursing a 50 billion naira export development fund that was part of the federal government's 2.3 trillion naira economic sustainability plan, has since catered to 1,100 businesses export-facing affected by the pandemic. Some beneficiaries of the grant spoke to KAFTAN TV on Friday about the challenges faced by SMEs as a result of the pandemic. Recall that former Chief Executive Officer of the NEPC, Segun Awolowo, spelled out the achievements of the program on his last day in office in 2021.
We're at NEPC through the EFP program. We're providing 150 million grant support to innovation hubs across 3 geopolitical zones in Nigeria and about 300 million in grants to support startups that are exporting and have potential to export services in the entertainment tech, fintech, edutech, and logistics sectors. We're also providing support to drive advocacy to ensure that the Nigerian Startup Bill is passed by the end of the year.
The CEO, Loomcraft Chocolate, Uzo Iguike, explained that small to medium-scale businesses in Nigeria needed more structural support, such as the access to 24/7 power supply. She further lauded the federal government's interventions so far.
Because of the lockdowns, accessing the cocoa, good quality ones, was a bit difficult. Accessing the customers was also a bit difficult. Accessing stores for distribution was also very difficult. And as a result, our growth was a bit slowed. We struggled with cash flow. We struggled with being able to get equipment that would help us scale, being able to source for even packaging materials at an affordable rate. So we couldn't do that because we didn't have, cash available. So it was all a struggle. But with the fund, everything changed. I know that this particular program was specifically because of COVID-19, but I think that in all, there are so many businesses that need the help, and you would find that something as little as 1 million can make such a huge difference to a small business. So yes, apart from COVID, businesses need help. Women businesses need help. They need that infusion of funds that will take them from, even if it's just from rooms in their homes, to like a proper place. And with a proper place comes a lot of other things, for instance, the NAFDAC certification. So yes, absolutely, the fund needs to continue. And then more people need to be aware of the funds, because the bigger the pool of applications, then I feel that the more likely it is for you to find credible businesses that you can support.
Another beneficiary of the EEEP, Kimola Business Ventures, represented by Sales Executive Stella Mari Sajayi, praised the plans to establish more domestic export warehouses as she encouraged entrepreneurs to seek out government opportunities to aid their businesses.
Even before COVID-19, we were already exporting to US and UK in a smaller, quantity. But with the expansion program, now we have a lot of production that we are exporting, and then even within the country itself, we are branching out to almost all the states right now. And then with increased fund, there's increased productivity. We have larger machinery to produce. We're planning to move. So before the program we're doing very well, but now we're doing perfectly well. Although of course there's room for a lot of expansion, but we can say that with the program we're doing very well right now. So before the program we're doing very well, but now we're doing perfectly well. Although of course there's room for a lot of expansion, but we can say that with the program we're doing very well right now. Export warehouses, when they are brought closer to us, most of the activities that involve exportation, we have to transport to Lagos. Then from Lagos, of course, Lagos is landlocked. That is where most of the export happens. So I think that if this kind of activity is brought down to Abuja here for us, it will reduce costs of exportation. Then it will even help with the lifespan of the product.
For other small businesses, I think what I will say is just keep at what you're doing. Focus on delivering a standard world-class product. And if you do that, then I think you'll be able to attract any help that you need. And for the government, I would say thank you very much, because I mean, I wouldn't have expected, at first I didn't believe that I would get the grant, but I did, and I'm grateful for it. And I would say, yes, continue to support small businesses, small and medium-sized businesses, because they are the base of the economy. They form the base of the economy. The SMEs that you have around far outnumber the big companies.
The EEFP has also sought to provide Nigerian non-oil exporters with an end-to-end experience, including training on how to label their products that meets U.S. regulators' requirements, warehousing of the product, listing, and sales.